everyone, it's Laura, and I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about ways to prevent cancer with your diet or with what you consume. So if you're interested, then let's get started. So first of all, I wanted to preface this by saying these aren't recommendations that I'm just pulling out of thin air. These are recommendations that my national organization endorses, and so they're backed by scientific research. So I just wanted to say that before we got started. I'm not just making these up. So the first recommendation is to eat at least 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. And I feel like this is Nutrition 101. You've heard people say, eat your fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are so important, and they are. And just eating one piece of fruit every day and not eating any vegetables isn't going to cut it. You really need to be consuming multiple servings of fruits, multiple servings of vegetables at the minimum. Tip number 2 is to limit your red meat and also limit your eggs consumption. So red meat and eggs are full of protein, but they're also full with cholesterol and saturated fat as well. So we're really wanting to minimize the consumption of those 2 items. And if you want to take it even a step further, try minimizing your animal proteins altogether and focusing more on your plant-based proteins. Tip number 3 is to minimize your trans fat. And these are fats that are typically found in fried foods. So limiting your French fries, your fried chicken, your fried fish, anything that's been put in a deep fryer. Minimizing those, if not eliminating them altogether, because there's no benefit to consuming those food items. Next tip is to stay active, to not become sedentary, and to stay physically fit, not just in your youth, but throughout your whole lifespan. And the recommendation is to exercise at least 30 minutes 5 times a week, which ends up being 150 minutes a week. When it's all said and done, you can break it up however you see fit, but at least 150 minutes a week of physical activity. And this is physical activity that's intentional, not, oh, I went to the grocery store, that counts as part of my physical activity. It counts if you walked to the grocery store when you normally would drive, but everyday activities don't count as intentional physical activity. It's got to be something that you do apart from your activities of daily living. Next is to maintain a healthy weight, and I'm the first to admit that the BMI calculation, the BMI scale, there are definitely flaws in that. There are people that are considered overweight or obese that are some of the fittest people I'll ever meet, but it is a good indicator of when you're becoming morbidly obese, when you're reaching that threshold of a BMI of 35, 40 or greater, then that's kind of a aha moment of maybe I need to cut back on some areas of my life or potentially increase my physical activity. When that's said and done, you know what you feel best at. You know which weight you feel you're healthiest at. And that's why when I'm educating people, I always ask them, where do you like yourself to be? Where do you feel most comfortable? And that weight is typically in a healthier BMI range. And so finding exactly where it is that you feel comfortable, where you feel like your body likes to be, and stick to that weight. Last but not least is alcohol. And so the recommendation is for women to consume 1 drink or less a day, and for men to consume 2 drinks or less a day. In my opinion, there is no benefit from alcohol that you can't get from food. And so there really is no point in drinking, I guess, other than socially. Some people like to drink. But it's not something that, oh, I didn't drink at all this week, so I can binge drink on the weekend so I can save up my alcoholic beverages. And that's not how it works. Over-consuming alcohol is not healthy. Even with 1 or 2 drinks, people start to get headaches, people feel hungover the next day. If you're consuming something that you know is going to reap negative repercussions, then I recommend not consuming it, such as alcohol. Some people, when they eat fried foods, they recognize that they're going to pay for it later. So that's just kind of a rule of thumb. If you're consuming something that you know you're going to regret later, then maybe consider not consuming it. So I hope these tips helped y'all out. If you have any questions or comments, or if you have additional tips that you'd like to leave down below, then feel free to do so. Also, let me know if there are any particular videos y'all want me to make, and I'll make them. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my website. I'll put the link below, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.